Hello everyone, my name is Amaiya Singhal and I have secured All India Rank 1 in the JEE Mains exam and All India Rank 143 in the JEE Advanced exam this year. I was giving such a big exam for which I had been preparing for such a long time, and I was just looking at people walking in, and I also recognized some of my friends from my coaching. So it was a pretty good feeling to see someone familiar there. And talking about the new question pattern introduced, which was the question stem. So again, I felt that it was not a very difficult pattern, and the questions asked in the physics section were also very easy. The first stem was related to projectile motion, again a pretty simple question. The second was related to capacitors. Now moving on to the mathematics section. So you must have all read online that the math section this year was pretty tough. Some sources said that it was very easy and some said it was even tougher than 2020. And again, it was something that I could never have even dreamt of, that I could get All India Rank 1 in such a big competitive exam. So it was a very happy feeling for me. So on the day before the exam, I had decided that I would be revising some inorganic chemistry and sub-ratta topics, as they call it. So I had made short notes of these topics. So I opened those in the morning and started going through them. So again, by the end of the day, I had revised all of them, but I had got pretty bored. So I decided that I won't be studying anymore at the night. And I had to sleep early. So since my reporting time was 7 a.m. on the JEE Advanced day, I had decided that I would sleep early. So I decided to sleep at 10 p.m. the night before the exam. And because of exam anxiety that everybody has, I couldn't sleep for an hour. But after an hour, I could sleep peacefully. And the next morning, I woke up and I went with my parents to give the exam. And the center was pretty familiar because I had given all my 3 JEE Main exams on that center only. So it was a pretty comfortable environment for me. So when I went to give my first JEE Mains exam, I was pretty nervous as it was the first time I was giving such a big exam for which I had been preparing for such a long time. So in the first exam, I was pretty nervous, but it went pretty well for me. And similarly, in the next exam, the nervousness had decreased, but still I had some amount of anxiety. But by the third attempt, because I had got a decent percentile, I was much more relaxed because I knew that even if I performed pretty bad, it won't really affect my score. So, but maybe because I was so relaxed and didn't have a lot of anxiety that day, I could score 100 percentile and get All India Rank 1 finally in the JEE Mains exam. So my tip for everybody would be that everyone should be very relaxed on the exam day and should not panic, because if we panic, then we have a lot of chance of getting silly mistakes in the paper, and then we panic and we will have time issues. So what I learned from my third attempt especially was that not panicking and having a relaxed attitude helps a lot, and it severely reduces the silly mistakes you do in the exam, and also you become really confident. So that would be the main tip from the JEE Mains exam. So I had reached pretty early to the exam center because due to COVID, everyone had different reporting times, and mine was pretty early at 7 a.m. in the morning, whereas the exam started at 9 a.m. So I had a lot of time in front of the computer screen. So again, as usual, there was a lot of anxiety in me because I had nothing to do at that time and just wait for the exam to start. And I was just looking at people walking in, and I also recognized some of my friends from my coaching. So it was a pretty good feeling to see someone familiar there. And when the exam started, so first of all, we had the instructions there. So the pattern was a little different from the previous years. This year, JEE tried to introduce almost all the possible patterns into each of the papers. So it was pretty unique, but again, I knew I was confident that I had practiced all sorts of questions, so I would be doing pretty well. And when the exam started, again, I had already thought that I would be attempting it in the PCM manner, which is physics, then chemistry, and then maths. This is what I had done in all the mocks and in the JEE Mains exam. So I knew it worked pretty well for me. So that is what I did in both the papers. So I started my JEE Advanced paper with the physics section. So talking about physics of paper 1, it was pretty easy and I felt all the questions were either from my class notes or something that I had already seen in a test paper, and it was pretty easy. So I cruised through the paper very easily and I did not face any difficulty in any of the questions. So now talking about individual questions, the first question was pretty easy of vernier calipers. It is something that is done very regularly and it is pretty easy topic. But this is the only question that I got wrong in this physics section of this paper. Maybe I think I was pretty overconfident in this topic and I thought I would be able to do any questions of this topic, and hence I got it wrong. So my advice would be to everyone that you should not be overconfident in any topic and revise all the topics equally and give every topic equal importance. So this was a pretty easy question that I ended up getting wrong. So again, all the questions were pretty easy, and the single choice I felt were extremely easy and could easily be done in a matter of minutes. And talking about the new question pattern introduced, which was the question stem. So again, I felt that it was not a very difficult pattern, and the questions asked in the physics section were also very easy. The first stem was related to projectile motion, again a pretty simple question. The second was related to capacitors, again pretty easy to solve. And the third was of electrostatics. We just had to find the equipotential surface, which is again a direct formula of maths, like you just have to find the locus, and it was a pretty simple question. So the question stem questions were conceptually pretty easy, but I ended up doing some silly mistakes in this question. So the first question stem, which was related to carbide, and then we had to do a lot of reactions in that. I could get the final products correct, but what mistake I did was didn't balance the moles. So from 1 mole alkyne, 1/3 mole of product is made, but I assumed it as 1 and got the whole question wrong. So I got 4 marks deducted, which I felt was pretty bad because I spent a lot of time getting all the products and I ended up getting the correct products, but still I could not get the marks in this question. So I would recommend everyone to be very careful while attempting the question and try not to make such silly errors. So again, the other 2 question stems were pretty straightforward from physical chemistry, and it was mostly just formula application and I could cruise through them pretty easily. Question 11 was a biomolecules question, which I got partial marking in. It was a pretty straightforward question, but I got confused in the language of the question. It said alpha and in bracket it has the word letter D. So I got pretty confused that I thought it meant that the reactant should also be a D reactant. But in the answer key, they had mentioned that both the options were correct. So in the exam also, I was pretty confused whether I should mark one option or both the options, because there was such high negative marking. I did not want to get negative marks in this question. So initially I marked only one option, but at the end, because I had some time left, I went back to review this question and I ended up marking both the options. But I ended up not saving the correct answer. So I felt pretty bad after the exam because I thought I had marked both the options, but when my marked responses came, it showed that I had only marked one. So I thought just because of not pressing a button of save, I got 3 marks less than what I should have got. So again, I would recommend everyone to be very careful while marking the options and make sure to press the save button, especially while choosing questions from the grid. We often go directly to another question without saving it. So I would recommend everybody to be very careful while marking the options. Now moving on to the mathematics section. So you must have all read online that the math section this year was pretty tough. Personally, I did not find it very tough, more so lengthy. In general, I found the paper to be a bit on the lengthier side. And at the end of physics and chemistry sections, I did not have a huge amount of time left that I would have wanted for maths. But anyways, I thought whatever time I have left, I would attempt maximum number of questions. And I'm pretty happy with how many questions I did. So talking about the single correct option, the questions I felt were pretty easy, except the question 3 of probability. I was pretty confident in probability, so I started attempting that question, but while solving it, I realized that it is a pretty long question and I was nowhere near getting the answer. So I skipped it. But I did mark any random option and ended up getting a negative marking. So I'd recommend everyone not to mark tukkas in their exam because it would lead to negative marking and there is a low probability that you will get it correct. Unless you are pretty sure that your answer is correct, you should not mark it. So moving on to the question stem. So I felt that the question stem questions in this paper were not very difficult. The first question was of probability, which I got correct. But again, during the paper, I was pretty confused whether to mark it or not because the answer that I was getting were in decimal. And again, the values that I was getting were not pretty good numbers. So I was pretty not sure whether to mark it or not, but I ended up marking them and thankfully I got them correct. So again, the third stem is something that I got a little confused in because I think maybe because of the order of the questions. So first they had asked the value of lambda square, which I got correct. It was a pretty lengthy question, but I got this one correct. But the trick in this question was that the locus was coming out to be a hyperbola for me. But there were two locuses in a way. The statement of the question required us to use only one locus. So I thought that would be the entire locus, but in fact it wasn't. And the question 10 involved that other locus, but I thought that no, this is not the locus and the other one was, and I ended up marking 0 as the answer because I thought the line will not intersect it, but I had to consider the other locus. So this is a question which I got wrong, but I'm not very too sad about it because I didn't waste any time in it. I knew that it won't intersect, so I quickly marked 0 and went ahead. I did lose marks, but I did not lose any time either, so it was not pretty bad. After the exam got over, I was happy that I had done pretty well and much more than what I would have expected. But again, I thought that the paper was quite easy, so marks versus rank would be pretty tough and it would be difficult for me to get a very good rank. But when I talked with my friends and saw it online, so they had mixed reviews. Some sources said that it was very easy and some said it was even tougher than 2020. So I thought I would wait for the final answer keys and final result to come. And finally I ended up getting a rank of 143, which I'm pretty happy with. I would have liked a top 100 rank, but again, this is a rank that I would never have imagined if you asked me a few months back. So I'm pretty happy with my performance. So the third JEE mains was pretty special for me because I ended up getting 100 percentile in that attempt, and finally I got All India rank 1 as well in the JEE mains exam. So I had already checked my answer keys and I was confident that I would be scoring full marks in that paper. But again, my mom was like, let's wait for the final results and don't be too happy now. So I waited for the final result and there was a lot of debate going on, like when will the result be released, and it was initially in the morning, then evening, then at 12 a.m. in the night, then at 2 a.m. So I thought that there's no point of waking up all night. I thought I'll sleep, so I slept at 1 a.m. Although my mom was awake during the night because she was very nervous for the results to come. So she woke me up at 4 a.m. in the morning and said the toppers list was out and my name was in there. Again, I already knew that I would get a pretty good rank because I had got full marks. So I was like, oh, okay, I knew it, and I slept because I was feeling very sleepy. And the next morning, when the final results came out of everyone, I saw my name in the list and I was pretty happy. And again, it was something that I could never have even dreamt of, that I could get All India rank 1 in such a big competitive exam. So it was a very happy feeling for me. But again, because I had already checked the answer key, maybe it was not too much excitement on the result day, but again, it was a pretty happy moment because I could see the happiness on my parents' faces and I felt that they were very proud, and again, it's the best thing that could ever happen. Now talking about the JEE Advanced exam, unlike the JEE Mains results, the JEE Advanced website had already announced that results would be released on this date at this time. So I was ready with my laptop, I was eating breakfast and just waiting for the results to pop out. Then I opened Telegram and someone had sent a direct link because the website had crashed. So I opened it, entered my details, and there flashed the final result. And I was very happy that my marks got increased in the disputed questions and I got what marks I had expected. Although the rank was a little bit higher, I got 143. I would love to have seen a under 100 rank, but again, I was pretty happy that I got such a good rank, which I could never have imagined. the competition at the top was pretty tough this year because of a lot of students getting really good marks. So again, I was pretty happy to see the results, and again, my parents were really proud, and relatives were calling, and the result came out on Dashera. So every year on Dashera, my mama and his family and my fufa ji, bua, everybody comes. So they had come that day, and again, it was a pretty happy feeling that I could celebrate my great result with such an extended family. So it was a pretty happy day for me. So the main tip I would like to give to all the aspirants preparing for the JEE exam would be that there is no substitute for hard work. Again, the result I have got is only a result of the consistent hard work that I put in and the long hours of study that I did and the innumerous mock tests and question banks that I practiced. So again, there is no substitute for hard work, and there is no other way to get a good rank in JEE except practicing a lot of questions, having the clear theory in mind, clear concepts, and having practiced all the previous year questions. So again, the only tip I would like to give everyone is be relaxed during the exam, be confident in yourself, in what you have done, and keep working hard. And no matter what result you get, you should not have the regret that if you had done something different, you would have done better. Be confident in yourself, have faith on yourself, and I'm sure everyone can do as well as I have did and even better. So again, I hope everyone would use the tips that I shared today to the best of their possibilities. So I wish all the JEE aspirants who will give the exam in the coming years all the best. Let's crack it.